Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're doing a pick a card reading to answer any of the questions that you might have that you feel like unsure about or you feel like you need more guidance. So today this is a timeless reading, so whenever it's meant to find you is the perfect time for you to receive the answer to your question, as well as like a reading that you can come back anytime, as well in the future if you have any other question coming up. As well as you can ask multiple questions if you feel like you have more than one questions, as we have many different piles that you can choose from. So before we get into the different piles, a little disclaimer that this is a general reading, so not everything might resonate for you, and that will be perfectly okay. Just take with you whatever feels like a strong yes or something that really resonates, and completely leave out the rest. So this being said, here for this reading we have 5 different piles, as I mentioned before, and we have different type of decks as well as different crystal. So for pile number 1 we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot in association with this crystal or pointed crystal or quartz. Very beautiful. And then for pile 2 we have the Moonchild Tarot in association with this rounded crystal or quartz. For pile 3 we have the Rosebud Tarot with this crystal spirit cluster. Perfect. And then for pile 4 we have the Modern Witch Tarot in association with this crystal egg. And then little feather there, tiny feather. And then for pile 5 we have the Rainbow Art Tarot with this piece of clear quartz, pyramid clear quartz. Perfect. So you can now pause the video if you need to in order to find the pile that you're most drawn to, and especially take your time if you have multiple questions so you can really feel into which either deck or crystal calls you the most to receive your answer. And once you're ready you can either scroll down into the description box or the comment section to find the pile associated to your reading. So I'm very excited for you and I'm looking forward to seeing your reading. Bye! Hello pile 1, if you chose this piece of crystal or quartz in association with Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot, then this is your reading on your question. So I'm gonna place first all the cards and as well the clarifier for each of the card picked, and then we're gonna read through the messages that came through. Oh wow, very nice. I'll tell in a second as well which card is which. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, so with the first card, we are looking at really the past influences regarding your question. And we have the Magician as well as the Knight of Wands. So I feel like in the past, you might have worked really hard for something linked to your question or somebody linked to your questions. You put a lot of energy into this, and you kind of like came out of it feeling like a bit exhausted, and there was a little bit, not burnout, but being close to being completely drained and being really tired, as well as being close to as well being very successful. And I feel like equally with the Magician that you, even though it was something that maybe was quite intense or challenging or demanding, you did have all the quality that and the type of skills that you needed to be in that situation. And in a sense, it even brought out your the situation even brought out, and the difficulty and of the situation even brought out your skills and the qualities that you already had, and kind of made them shine, because you had to put through some challenging things, or hard or demanding things, and in a sense you did an awesome job, and you had everything that you needed in order to be able to face whatever was happening and whatever was moving forward. But there was this element of being quite tired, and your energy being quite depleted in the past. Then we have more of the present situation regarding your question, and we have the Ace of Pentacles as well as the Eight of Swords. And I feel like in the present, what either you've been working towards, or something regarding your question, something new is coming to light. Either you started to manifest that opportunity, that job, that person, something is started to shift in a way that you kind of like see the light at the end of the tunnel of putting all of this hard work, and all of this effort into either this person, this work, this project, and something is already moving, and is like new beginnings are on the horizon. But at the same time, there is a lot of like limiting belief within you. For some reason, there is something that makes you feel like either you don't deserve what you're getting, or you have a lot of negative thoughts or fear around this new chapter, opportunity, person, and it's like it's pretty much in your head, because the opportunity, whatever this new chapter is actually very positive for you. So then we have a little bit of the hidden influences within your question, within what was happening, and we have the Three of Swords as well as the World in reverse. And I feel like with this is like what happened in the past. There's been like there has been a lot of like emotional suffering linked to either this question, what happened in the past, or with a previous situation linked to this question, that has left you very much partially are broken, partially like something that you haven't fully closed the door or closed, like it's an emotional healing that hasn't fully completed yet. And that's the part where your thoughts, your limiting belief are still like linked on, because there is an emotional pain that hasn't been fully healed yet. Even though in the present situation, actually the whole thing is quite it's very positive and very, very promising. The emotional pain within you creates all of these negative thoughts and negative belief out of something that actually is quite positive, just because there is something has to be emotionally healed and closed within the past. And some important things that is important for you to know, I feel like, within this situation with the Ace of Swords as well as the Devil in reverse, is that what is coming to you, like this new opportunity, these things that is gonna move, this new chapter, this new job, this new person, is actually gonna be extremely positive, because it will help you to recover from this whatever emotional pain, whatever like suffering. If there was some toxic patterns of relationship or dynamic that you had, this new thing or person that is gonna come into the picture, job or situation, these things that you're asking about actually is gonna be very beneficial for you in order to be able to heal these things from the past, and actually kind of cut through that, like, and see things with more clarity, from a place of healing, from a place of like centeredness, and it's just actually going to help you to move on in a very healthy way. And finally, we see for the sort of advice outcome, which is extremely positive, we have the World as well as the Four of Swords. Is, you know, what your question was, or what you wanted to manifest is definitely, it's 100% yes. So it's something that you are going to be able to manifest and you're going to be able to complete. And not only that, but instead of giving you this maybe sense of fatigue or this kind of emotional distress, it's going to give you so much centeredness and relaxation and rest that it's going to be like completely the opposite of the past. And I feel like is, especially if it's something that you were not sure, or you were close to say like, I don't know if I should pursue this, or if you weren't sure, this is 100% of a yes for you. Please do not give up on it, whatever that may be. And there is so much, I feel like there is so much healing for you within, and so much progress and so much evolution that can happen within what you're asking if you go for it and if you say yes. So yes, that's what I feel for you, dear pile one, with this reading. I hope it resonated. You're very welcome to let me know. You're also very welcome to choose any other piles if you have other questions. And if you like to support me, please subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful, and I'm looking forward to see you in my next video. Bye. Hello pile 2. If you chose this piece of crystal or quartz rounded in association with the Moon Child Tarot, then this is your reading on the answer to your question. So I'm gonna place first all the cards, and they're on as well like clarifiers, and then we're gonna go through the reading to see what answer we got for you today. Okay. We really have, out of like 5 cards, we have 3 major arcana. Very, very interesting. I feel like whatever you're asking for is something that has or will have quite a big impact on your life. So, okay. So to begin with, we begin with the 8 of Cups and the Page of Wands. And these really are the past influence regarding what you are asking about. And I feel like in the past, I'm getting a sense that whether consciously or unconsciously, you sort of like walked away or let go a part of you that is the most adventurous part of you. Like, I want to say the most maybe childish, but from a very actually positive perspective, the childlike part of you that is like, has this new ideas, is very energetic, is a little bit fearless, it's very like, doesn't see limitation, just sees opportunities. And there might have been various reasons on why you kind of like end up choosing this path, or just maybe because you felt like you had to grow up and let go of your dreams or whatever you wanted to manifest. But there is something that has been almost lost, like a part of you that has been almost forgotten, and it feels like it has been, I don't want to say repressed, but has been let go. Like, I felt like you walked away from this part of you in order to pursue other things, or in order to cope with life, and there is something that kind of got a little bit dimmed because of that. And in the present situation, I feel like, regarding as well what you're asking, your I want to say your perspective, but what you've end up doing is actually a little bit retreating, and try to go more inwards to find the answer on how to make more change happen, maybe to get back that part of you that was kind of like lost in the process, to get back that excitement. And partially like you're actually withdrawing from people and the reality around you, but mostly you're really looking inwards to find more answers, and to find like an answer within yourself that is not coming from somebody else. It's not like something that comes from external sources. You want to find it within yourself. And within the hidden influences, sorry, I just said the reading without said the cards, but we had the Eremite and the Eight of Wands. And within the hidden influences, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. And I feel like you've been really working on yourself, either on yourself, on your craft, on your skills. And being honest, it feels quite healthy, because I feel like you're really trying to make the best decision, to plan, to prepare. Like, you're trying to prepare as much as you can, and you're doing it from a place of as well, like, again, as we said before, like coming from inwards, not like taking advices or decision from the external sources, but really from what feels like right from inside. And it feels like a very beautiful and I don't want to say delicate process, but there is quite a like there is so much subtlety, I feel like, in this process that you've been going through, that it is like almost, you know, like what it gives me the feeling of is like a re-blossoming, you know, find like the magic that you had within you that maybe is kind of like got a little bit dimmed, and the passion and, you know, the joy for life, and it feels like a very beautiful and subtle process at the same time. And I feel like with what you need to know, we have the Hangman and the Three of Swords. I feel like there is quite a lot of grief or hurt or loss coming from the past, and maybe that was one of the reasons why you have consciously or unconsciously walked away from this part of you, or, you know, like, it can be even like, now that I'm looking at it this way, it can be actually even a person that felt like was maybe full of life but was very immature, or that at least you perceived as immature, and there is like a lot of pain and emotional grief and heartache associated with the past. And I feel like with what your question, what you're asking for, there is the need of changing perspective. There is the need of really kind of looking at things from a brand new perspective. And again, that perspective, I feel like what you're doing right now, and the process you've been going through is actually very positive, because it's going to help you to give you that different perspective, to get the answer from inside. It is not something that somebody can exactly tell you. It's something that has to come from within. Because ultimately, the answer to your question, it feels like a yes, but it's not a yes for right now. So I feel like depending on the person, this time that you need for changing your perspective will vary, because each process is entirely different. So for some people it might be like it's a no yet now, and it's a yes tomorrow, and for some other people will be in a month or in 2 months. But I feel like what you're doing, you're really on the right track. You're really doing exactly the right thing, and in whatever you're asking, I feel like once it will become a yes, so once there is that change of perspective that will put everything into something will click. It will allow you to reconnect either with that person that you let go, or that part of you that you kind of let go in the past, and things will be more balanced and fair. There is something that will be way more balance and fair keeps coming back. There is something that it will be way more aligned, and finally there will be so much more joy, and so much for much more joy for life, and I feel like a connection as well to your feelings, living from a place of like emotional abundance as well. But again, I'm going to repeat that the time that you will need for this to become a yes, it depends on you, and processing what happened in the past, alchemize it, have like a new perspective, and then it will turn into a yes, and all of this alignment can come through, and this person or this part of you can really shine again in a more balanced and complete fair way. So yeah, that's what is coming for you, dear pile 2. I hope this resonated. If you feel like you like to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful, and I'm looking forward to seeing my next one. Bye. Hello pile 3. If you chose this piece of crystal cluster, spirit cluster in association with the Rosebud Tarot, then this is your reading on the answer to your question. So I'm gonna place all the cards first, and as well each clarifier for each card, and then we're gonna get directly in the reading for your for the answer to your question. Wow, that's already very beautiful. All right. Okay. Okay, wonderful. So we begin with the first 2 cards. We have the 3 of coins in association with the 2 of cups, and these represent a little bit of the past influences. And I feel like in the past, with what you've been asking for, there was a very beautiful sense of bonding. There was a very beautiful either work partnership, relationship, can be as well like linked to group of friends. There was something that felt like very much from any aspect in harmony, and almost like a type of meant to be, like whether it was the job or whether it was a relationship, there was something that was very much in sync for a lot of things, and there was a very good and close bond. And if it was work related, it was like this synergy, as well if it was like friends or couple. There was a very strong bond within the past with what you are asking for. And within the present, we have the End Man and the Ten of Wands in reverse. And I feel like for some reason you needed to take a break, or the other person needed to take a break. But there was a moment, I feel like it was, for the majority of you, was coming from you, where there was a need of a pause, because on one side, I feel like that you had to take a little break because either things were a bit too intense, even if it was beautiful, or maybe there was too much work, there was too much to work on, or too many things that can come up at the surface, and you felt like before I burn out, I need to kind of like take a breather. And I feel like there was something that you needed to get a different perspective on, or just like have a breathing moment to kind of reflect, kind of away from either the job, the partner, not necessarily because the idea was to quit forever, but or to kind of like move away from this friends or this person forever, but just because of this element of needing to rest a little bit, but as well like get a different perspective and just get a breather from your own perspective. And within the hidden influences, we have the Ten of Fire as well as like the Four Wands. I feel like from the outside, when people looked at you and the situation, everything looked like amazing. Like it felt like it was the perfect type of job, perfect relationship, perfect group of friends, perfect harmony, perfect balance, perfect stability. And in reality, even though some of those things were actually real, and it wasn't just fake, this image that was projected from outside, from your side, with the Ten of Fire, I feel like you were carrying too much. And that was exactly the reason why you felt like you had to kind of like either had doubts or had to take a break, or just kind of had to step back a little bit, because there was something that wasn't quite balanced or wasn't nurturing to you to that point. And I feel like with the what you need to know, we have the velocity of Earth is the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Sun. I feel like you are a person that is reliable, that is hardworking, that is willing to, like put yourself even through the ringer when it's necessary, and do the artwork, or just work through different difficult and challenging things. But at the same time, it's also important that you do get like seen and rewarded, and you do experience moments of joy and and you also kind of like sort of receive the same type of treatment, and it's not just you having to do that for the other person or the work or the other people. I feel like there is an element of, as much as everything was amazing, maybe you were not acknowledged, maybe you have been taken for granted as well, at times, for everything that you were doing and for everything you were bringing to the table. I feel like you're as well like a wonderful, like happy and shiny person. You're very optimistic, and again, it's like, I feel like, again, like a really hard worker. It's like you're willing to put the work where it's needed, and you're not scared of that. But I feel like there was a moment that is like, okay, it's also my time to receive a little bit, even though there is a good balance, even though there is a good connection with the job, the person, the friends, and because suddenly something felt like completely out of balance and you were carrying too much. And I feel like with sort of the answer, the advice, we have the 10 of Cups as well as like the 8 of Cups in reverse. And there is something that you do need to learn from what happened and to the imbalance. And there is an element of like you needing to change perspective on something in order to then say yes. I feel like it's such a strong yes, the answer to your question, because ultimately once you change your perspective and you learn what you need to learn from the past that was making you feel like unease, that was making you feel like something was out of balance, there's gonna be so much fulfillment for you. Like, I feel like, honestly, you're gonna have your dream life. There is gonna be like, whatever was off in the past is gonna be completely opposite. It's gonna be incredibly fulfilling. Is gonna be completely something that will be so rewarding on all levels that, you know, like, you don't want to miss out on. So definitely, like, if there was a part of you that was thinking of giving up on this person, this job, or this group of friends, please don't, because there is something very beautiful for you there, and not just for you but for everybody involved. And there is going to be so much fulfillment that comes from you, but there is something that you do need to learn and to shift from the past in order to not repeat the same dynamic or the same pattern that was unfulfilling to you, or was creating that unbalance. So this is the message that came for you, my dear pile 3. I hope it resonated. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. If you feel like inspired to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I'll be super grateful. And I'm looking forward to seeing my next one. Bye! Hello, pile 4. If you chose this crystal egg quartz and in association with the Modern Witch Tarot, then this is your reading on the answer to your question. So I'm gonna place first all the cards down with as well each clarifier, and then we're gonna directly jump into the reading. I'm already liking the cards that I see. Oh, very good. I'm gonna tell you in a second. Okay. Oh wow. We have like 3 kings. We have the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the King of Wands. I mean, off the bat, I really want to say, like, whether you're aware or not, you're like a firehouse. It's like, wow, so much power and skills. Wow, amazing. Okay, let's get into the reading. So we have the first 2 cards that represent really the past influences, and we have the Page of Swords as well as the Hanged Man. And I feel like in the past, for whatever you were asking, you didn't have maybe enough knowledge. You were just beginning into learning what to do, into gaining your wisdom, and maybe you were pausing more, like you were like not really jumping into things, whether it was like a relationship or a job or like a project. You were taking things really, really slow, and I feel like there was not like a clear, fully like wanted to jump into investing your time and energy into something or somebody, because you were still like in this phase of like learning and growing and either learning your skills or like growing as a person and gaining your wisdom. But I get a feeling that in the past you were not really going fully for what you are asking about. And then in the present, it is a complete shift, you know, where you clearly have done a lot of work on yourself or like on your mastery your skills, but there is like an incredible level of mastery at this point in time. I'm getting goosebumps for some reason, but there is an incredible level of mastery that you have acquired, of power or capacity of like, I feel like you have the capacity to deal with everything and manifest everything that you want. And as well with the King of Cups, in the present, there is so much emotional maturity that you gain, so much emotional growth and growth within that you went through your process, through the learning, and it's like you own what you do, you own you as a person, you own what you do. And it's a beautiful, strong energy. I keep getting this feeling like you've been a powerhouse, really, like amazing energy. And with the hidden influences, we have the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. And I feel like either you don't give yourself enough credit or acknowledge how incredible you are and how far you have come. I feel like you're a natural born leader. You know how to create a manifesting, how to structure, how to plan. You have so many qualities. You can see the bigger picture. You're very emotionally mature. You have everything that you need in order to manifest whatever you want. And I feel like you don't necessarily see that or give yourself credit for that, because as much as you are that, somehow there is a small part of me that feels like you don't fully believe it, or you don't fully own it to the extent, because there is a lot here that you offer and you can offer and you can do and you can manifest. So it feels like, honestly, endless, you know, like the things is just about you choosing what you want to do. And then we have what is important for you to know. We have the Eight of Wands as well as the Three of Wands in reverse. And I feel like in the past, if there was any delays, any obstacles or frustration or setbacks, is gonna change. Like it's gonna be like a completely the opposite, where things are gonna go really fast. So I feel like for whatever you were asking, if there was any doubt or whether you can achieve something, or like be in a relationship with that person, manifest that job, or whatever that may be, it's like things are gonna go so fast and they happen so fast that you will not believe it. Because of all of this growth and all of this quality that you have and all of these skills that you have acquired, things are gonna go incredibly fast. And lastly, we have the outcome, and we have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. And again, I feel like whatever things you wanted to begin, whatever things you were asking about, is not just 100% yes, it's 1,000% yes. But to the point that really it's just about you choosing whatever you're choosing to manifest. You can do that. And I feel like, again, to repeat, is like it's you having to acknowledge and own your own skills and power and capacities, because and the type of person that you are and the type of like quality that you bring to the table. I feel like you bring a huge amount of quality on the table. And in the moment you acknowledge and recognize that there is not going to be any trace of doubt that wherever you are asking about, or for the matter anything else that you want to manifest, is going to be like a yes, because you have the capacity to plan, you have the capacity to put the work in, you have the emotional maturity, you have all the skill necessary. So it feels like 1,000% yes. So if anything was holding you back, please don't. is yes. Just on your power, on your skill, and you cannot go wrong with this. So I hope this reading resonated, my dear pile 4. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. If you feel like inspired to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful, and I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello pile 5. If you chose this piece of crystal quartz in a pyramid shape, as well as the Rainbow Heart Tarot, sometimes I forgot the name. This is your reading on the answer to your question. So I'm gonna place first all the cards and then the clarifier for each card, and then we're gonna start the reading. These cards are quite big, so hopefully I can fit them all. Okay. Oh, beautiful. I'll tell you in a second what we get for each. Okay, perfect. Wow. Okay. So we begin with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords for like the past influences. And I feel like in the past, something might have happened where there might have been quite a lot of insecurity, feeling very unstable, feeling not grounded, and I feel like there were some dishonesty happened in the past, whether prior to this situation or like during the situation within. We're still talking about the past, but either prior to at that point or even at the time there was some dishonesty happening, some betrayal happening. Some people were not being really honest with you, or like upfront about what they really wanted out of the situation, and that of course created a lot of insecurity within yourself, but as well a lot of pain because of that. You felt like you couldn't really necessarily trust whoever was involved. Something didn't felt like right, and you didn't feel even fully safe or grounded in the past within what you're asking for. And I feel like in the present there is actually something new showing up. There could be like a new job offer, it could be like a new person coming into life. It can be like new friends group, like there is something new showing up. I get the sense maybe a little bit out of the blue. Or maybe it's also something that you did work towards, but it's like finally it's like something that is now right in front of you. And because of the past, and because of like the what happened in the past, and like it's like your mind is now programmed almost to kind of like see the dishonesty, or see like the betrayal when there is none. And there is quite a lot of anxiety around this new beginning, and quite a lot of negativity and fear that maybe what happened in the past would repeat again within the present moving forward. So it feels like what is coming through as this new option, this new idea, this new possibility is actually in itself quite positive. As well we will see now in the next cards, but there is something internally that is causing anxiety because of the past reason, not because of the thing or the person that is showing up right now in front of you. And I feel like in terms of like what you need to, like the hidden influences, we have the Two of Cups and the Ace of Swords. I feel like what you're not seeing that this person, this job, this new idea is actually extremely promising for you. There is something that is very much aligned, that like, especially if we're talking about a relationship or a new person, this is like a really stable person, like somebody that is a potential for a very long-term relationship. And even if it's like a work situation, is like the potential of like a very fulfilling type of job and project. And it's also something that can help you to bring so much I feel like what it comes through is really mental health, you know, like a complete break from the negativity of the past or the story that happened within the past. So there is something extremely positive with this new option, this new thing that is showing up that you're not even fully aware of because of the negativity of the past. And we have as well in what you need to know with the Three of Cups and the Tower, that I feel like, you know, this new job, this new person is gonna shake the foundation so much. It's gonna feel like it's weird. It feels like it's gonna feel really scary to trust again, to open up again, to say yes to that. But the payout is going to be incredible, because finally it's like you're going to be able to have that job that is really nurturing, that person that is really fulfilling, that group of friends that are going to be really there for you. And I feel like it's just the shift, it's just the change, because it's like it's throwing away the old foundation and rebuilding new one with a completely different mindset, with a completely different set of like ideas, and with less fear, with less anxiety. And it's gonna bring you so much joy and so much fulfillment. Like, it's just finally you're gonna have fun, and you're not gonna feel like insecure. It's gonna be so fulfilling. And lastly, we have, for like the advice or the outcome, we have the Emperor and the Empress. And I feel like whatever you're asking about is definitely a yes. It's just about really letting go of the fear of the past and just leaning into the opportunity that is opening in front of you. And I feel like what is really, because the Emperor and the Empress, they make me feel like this yin and yang is gonna bring you so much empowerment, but as well so much balance within yourself. This new thing that is gonna come into your life, there is a sense of like it gives me the sense of becoming whole with your feminine side, with your masculine side. There is just a sense of unity within yourself, that whatever happened in the past broke that. Like, this is gonna totally heal it, and allow you to live from a place of like wholeness. So even, for example, if it's a job or a job offer, a new project, there is something that's gonna be number one, empowering, but as well something is gonna be like, it's just gonna make sense. It's gonna make you feel like fulfilled in so many different fronts, and it's gonna be completely aligned with your values and who you are as a person. So it feels like a beautiful, beautiful yes. Just don't listen to the any negative thoughts that your mind is gonna present to you, especially if it's linked with something negative that happened in the past. So this is the reading for you, my dear pile 5. I hope it resonated and hope it was helpful. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. And if you feel inspired to support me, you can either subscribe to the channel or like this video. I would be super grateful. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!